I'm Austin Heyman. Welcome to Seniors Today, a monthly program produced by the Commission on Aging and devoted entirely to issues and interests of Montgomery County seniors. This month we learn about the 50 Plus Employment Expo, which will be held on April 16th at the Marriott North Bethesda Conference Center. And we will speak with representatives from the Montgomery County Volunteer Center about the 50 Plus Volunteer Network. But first, Montgomery County Council President Hans Riemer is here with a look ahead at council priorities for 2018. Well, welcome to Seniors Today, Hans.
Thank you, Austin. Really glad to be here.
So the council is very busy and doing all kinds of things. What are some of the priorities for this year?
Well, we are doing work in so many areas: economic development, housing, after-school programming, pre-K. But one issue that really stands out for me is transportation. And the council is continuing to work to reinvent transportation in Montgomery County. The goal being that wherever you live in the county, you should be able to have access to reliable, frequent public transportation. And this is a real growing need. We've taken important steps to address on-demand transportation, to try to reinvent taxis and to bring Uber into the county so that people can have more access to accessible transportation. But the public transportation network really needs to be modernized. And we need to create the ability for buses to get where they're going quickly and not be stuck in traffic.
So is that like a lane dedication?
It's a dedication of lanes or changing intersections so that buses can circumvent stopped vehicles. It's creating level boarding so you don't have to walk up the steps to get on the bus. It's off-board fare collection, so when you get on the bus, you're not waiting behind people to put their badges through. You can just walk on both sides of the bus. All of these steps that we can take that make riding the bus, much more efficient for the passenger. And also, by the way, Wi-Fi, USB connection, so you could plug in your laptop, and you can go about your life on the bus. And we want public transportation to be a better option for more people, and that's the way we're going to promote independence for everyone and allow our economy to continue to grow without choking up the road with too many cars.
Yeah, the congestion, of course, is a really challenging problem.
It's a huge problem, and when you look down the road, we know that the population is going to continue to grow. That just happens. So if everybody who moves here over the next 20 years, has 2 cars in the driveway and drives for most of their trips, no one's going to be able to drive anywhere.
Right. So you've been on the council now about how many years now?
7 years.
7 years.
Yes.
Okay. So during those 7 years, what do you think are some major accomplishments regarding older adults?
What I am really most excited about is that there's a transformation happening in the county and in the community, and people are beginning to embrace a new lifestyle choice in Montgomery County that I think is really appealing to seniors, and that is to have a walkable community, to live close to family, to restaurants, to public transportation, to libraries. It is to, reinvent our downtowns and make them places where seniors have a home. There's affordable senior housing that's part of the community, that there are, public services, libraries, civic centers, and young people and seniors together can, have an affordable place to live where they're not dependent on the automobile to get where they want to go, and there are exciting, fun, rewarding things to do.
It sounds like almost like the traditional city in a way.
It's a back to the city. That's the movement.
Yeah, and that's appealing, as you said, to millennials. I mean, it's really a universal need.
It is. That's what I love about it. It's younger people and older people want the same thing. They want to be able to live life with more independence and more choice around their transportation options. They want affordable housing, and they want to have access to the kind of richness of quality of life that comes in an urban area.
So do you think something along those lines has begun to happen in the county?
I think it's happening rapidly. It's really accelerating. The county's been really investing in affordable housing, as an example. Downtown Silver Spring, we have housing, we have large apartment buildings that are set aside only for older residents, and we have more coming in. We have the transportation network there is being reinvented with a lot more public transportation. We have a fantastic library right there in the downtown.
Right, that's terrific. Yeah.
All these things are coming together.
That's great. Well, let's look to the future. I guess I'm anticipating the answer. You want more of that. The priorities for the future, maybe you've already we touched on them.
I've touched on it, but there's so much more. You know, again, first of all, affordability is a major concern in this community.
It is,
And one issue we are really wrestling with now, the opportunity to bring Amazon.
Yes.
We would love to have Amazon come with 50,000 high quality, corporate headquarters jobs. We need to, if that happens, we're going to need to make sure that we do not create a housing crisis, that this continues to be an affordable place. But again, transportation, I think, is still the essential service that we have to invest more in, because if a person really can't, isn't able to leave the house because they need escorted transportation, or they can't drive, or they would prefer not to drive, there's got to be solutions here in Montgomery County.
Well, I think one of the solutions that is emerging is the village movement.
Yeah.
Because I belong to one of the villages, and that's the priority. There are over 20 of them now. These virtual villages.
I love the villages.
And that's providing transportation.
That's
is really
the grassroots movement to meet the needs of the communities.
Yeah.
You've got the role for government, and you have a role for community. It gives people the strong social networks that keep them happy and healthy. It's so exciting to see.
So not everybody knows that you actually had a background in you used to work for AARP, am I right?
I did. I got my start in government working for a man named Arthur Fleming. And Dr. Fleming had been Franklin Roosevelt's chairman of the Civil Service.
Right.
And he had been HEW secretary under Eisenhower. He was about 90 when I started to work for him. And he was one of the great lions of 20th century public policy.
Right.
And I learned a lot from him. And I worked on the issue of Social Security. And I organized campaigns to save Social Security from an intergenerational perspective, and to say, young people are better off when the grandparents and their families are taken care of. And not, in the event of some kind of difficult situation in the family, not necessarily coming to children and grandchildren as much for their needs. And to articulate that younger people benefit from Social Security. There's disability insurance, there's survivor's insurance. So that was a major part of my work. And then also working at AARP in the community service campaign to get ARP members involved, find ways to get involved in their local communities.
And now you have young children, so you're really interested in the schools, so you're kind of an intergenerationalist.
I am, as I've been doing all the work around Social Security, I've also was Barack Obama's youth vote director. So I've always had young people and seniors as two major focuses for me, which, I think that's what you want that's what you need, is people who can bring together different kinds of communities and figure out ways for everyone to work together.
Well, thanks so much for coming in.
Thank you very much, Austin.
When we return, we'll learn about the 50 Plus Employment Expo, so please stay with us. We'll be right back.
Visit aarp.org/caregiving for information on how to provide even better care for the person who wants to care of you.
In Montgomery County, we have a goal to reduce waste and recycle 70% of all waste by 2020. By recycling and reducing waste, we save natural resources and make our community even better. So recycle at home, work, school, everywhere, and keep recycling going. For more information, call the Montgomery County, Maryland Division of Solid Waste Services at 311 or visit montgomerycountymd.gov/recycling.
Keep it going.
Recycle more now.
Did you know there are more than 10,000 county government phone numbers?
But there's only one number you need to remember for non-emergency calls, 311. MC311 is Montgomery County Government's online telephone information system. Need information? Have a problem or complaint? Trying to locate a county government facility? Call 311. The call center is open Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. The website is available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
Welcome back to Seniors Today. The Jewish Council on Aging will again host 50 Plus Employment Expo. And joining me to tell us more is JCA Chief Executive Officer David Gamze. Well, welcome back to Seniors Today, David.
Well, thank you for having me here.
And it's about that time of the year when you're going to host
is.
the expo, which is
Yes.
a great event. Tell us where and when.
We actually have two expos this year. One in Montgomery County at the North Bethesda Marriott on Monday, April 16th from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. Then we've got one on the other side of the river in Fairfax at the Fairfax Marriott on April 30th from 10 a.m. to 2. And I mention that because we have a good number of Montgomery County folks that go to both of them because
Great.
we do have a different mix of employers.
Well, you have about 3,000 people who show up at this event every year.
Every year it varies. Some years it's a few hundred, some years it's several thousand. I hope we're going to have several thousand again.
And you have about how many employers come?
Usually about 50, and they vary. You know, what is so exciting in our area is that we have such a pool of talent. And one of the things I just want to underscore is that there is a variety of employers there. We also have training institutions and other assistance organizations. But it's so important for older job seekers not to exempt themselves from certain opportunities. If you see a fast food chain there, we typically don't have them. But that doesn't mean necessarily that they're only looking for frontline personnel. They may be looking for managers as well.
And so what you have the opportunity to connect. What else goes on there, though? There are other things that you do, like
most people do come to connect with employers, and we take over many of the ballrooms in the hotels. And as you walk in, you'll look to the right, and there are the employers. You look to the left, and there are the assistance organizations.
Right.
But we also have resume writing review and clinics. We have workshops on every aspect of job search. And what many of the attendees tell me year after year is they come to meet with the employers, but they leave realizing that the resume review and the informative workshops were of the most value to them.
So, if you have a little bit limited amount of time, so what's the best thing to do when you get there?
The best thing to do is to orient yourself to the day. You don't necessarily have to run in and see the employers. So depending on the time you arrive, between 10 and 3 in North Bethesda, take a look at the schedule. Look at the workshops that you are interested in. Most, but not all of them, repeat at least once during the day. So guide yourself so that you get the most out of it, and always be on. Recognize that networking goes on from the moment you arrive until the moment you leave.
In addition to the expo, though, JCA has another program that's really quite interesting related to employment called the Career Gateway.
That's exactly right, yeah. That program is so successful. The typical attendee, our typical student, has been unemployed for 1 to 2 years. Yet within 12 weeks of graduation, 70% of those who are still looking for work have either found it or have an interview set up.
That's
It's
amazing.
amazing.
That is really impressive.
30 hours of classroom instruction, followed by one-on-one mentoring by someone who can really give you the ongoing coaching and assistance you need. We also do have technology training programs for those who need it and want it, and we also have a job club for those who need it and want it.
Now, there's a charge for the Career Gateway program?
There is.
Yeah.
The expos are free.
Right.
The Career Gateway program is $75. That is only the tip of what it costs to provide that
I'm
program.
sure.
It's worth thousands of dollars.
Well, I know you usually have it full. You have a session coming up. Was it in April or May?
Yes. In fact, we are working hard to set up an additional session this year, right after the Employment Expo, So those who attend can learn from JCA more about it if they stop by our table, and then we can sign them up.
So you've worked on employment for a long time. You've had a lot of experience. How do you see the state of employment for older people in Montgomery County particularly?
It's getting better, and that's because employers are so very desperate for workers in a variety of situations. That doesn't mean that age discrimination it has disappeared. It still exists, and people need to understand in an interview, in a resume, and otherwise how to combat it. There are ways to do that. Not surefire, but there are ways. There's also ways to complain through the Office of Human Rights in Montgomery County if you feel that you are indeed the victim of age discrimination.
Now, you're co-chairing a work group on this subject, part of the Age Friendly initiative in the county.
That's exactly right.
What sort of things is that work group focusing on?
One of the things we're working hard to do is to ensure that older job seekers and employers that want them can connect with one another and find local resources. There is a wonderful resource in that regard through a new organization called WorkSource Montgomery. If you go to worksourcemontgomery.com, you can find a list of senior services for job seekers age 50 and better. And that is one of the many things that we're doing. We're also working with a variety of employer organizations to acquaint them to the benefits of hiring and maintaining an aging workforce.
Well, that's terrific. Before we forget, you have a website at JCA. Find out more.
We sure do.
About all your activities. Actually, what is the website?
Sure, it's www.accessjca.org. That's accessjca.org, and we also have a number specific to the 50 Plus Employment Expo. So if people would like to call, that number is 301-255-4209.
That's terrific. Well, of course, JCA has a variety of other programs. We've had other guests from your.
And thank you for that.
For your staff. I mean, the range is broad. Just mention one or two of the other programs.
Sure. First of all, I need to say that we serve people of all faiths and from all walks of life throughout the National Capital Area. That said, our home base is Rockville, and we certainly take great pride in how very many older persons in Montgomery County we serve through transportation, through adult day centers, through information and referral, through the State Health Insurance Assistance Program, through a variety of programs to help people stay connected in the community that they love.
And we've had interages folks on talk about your intergenerational work. So
that is one of my favorites, and I knew you were going to bring it up because this man right here was the founder of what we call our Heyman Interages Center. And through that center, we have hundreds of volunteers, old and young, to help build bridges across the generations.
Thanks for coming in, David.
Thank you.
And the expo again, the date?
It is April 16th in Montgomery, April 30th in Fairfax.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
When we come back, we'll close the show today with an information about a new county initiative called the 50 Plus Volunteer Network.
Hey, mister, down here. You illegally passed the stop school bus. I'm placing you in timeout, and this timeout means big fines, plus you really could have hurt somebody. That's why school buses are being equipped with video cameras to help kids like me stay safe, so respect the bus.
Be active, Montgomery. Be active. Be active, Montgomery. Be active, Montgomery. Be active, Montgomery.
If you think someone might be considering suicide or drugs, be the one to help them by taking these 5 steps. Ask, keep them safe, be there, help them connect, follow up, If you're struggling, call Lifeline at 1-800-273-TALK or the 24-hour crisis center at 240-777-4000. Be the one to help. Learn more at BeTheOne.org.
Welcome back to Seniors Today. The 50 Plus Volunteer Network is a unique new county initiative which connects skilled volunteers with nonprofits and government agencies. And I'm very pleased to have Deborah Missel and Gretchen Ziekel here to tell us more. Well, welcome to Seniors Today.
Thank you, Austin.
So what is this new program for 50 plus seniors?
Well, this is a brand new, as you said, a brand new county initiative housed at the Montgomery County Volunteer Center that focuses on this rapidly growing population of county residents, 50 and above, who are looking to make a significant contribution of time and talent to volunteer in the community. We know that the numbers are out there, and we know there are a lot of people who have a lifetime of professional and personal experience, and they're looking for something they can sink their teeth into as a volunteer opportunity. We also know that there are nonprofits that can benefit from the resources of these skilled volunteers. The problem has always been, how do they find each other?
Right. So how is this different than other? We've been doing this
Right.
stuff. So this is different.
Excellent question. It is absolutely. There's certain features or several features that make it unique, and I think what we found is also uniquely effective. The first is that this program is part of the Montgomery County Volunteer Center. And because of that, we have been able to leverage the resources of the Volunteer Center and also the relationships at the Volunteer Center.
Well, I know they have a great website.
Well, absolutely, absolutely. They have a fabulous website, and that website has an incredible tool. The tool happens to be a searchable database, and that database includes thousands of volunteer opportunities posted by nearly 1,000 nonprofits, and they're the relationships that we've really been able to leverage. But interestingly, what we have found is that every day people find volunteer opportunities on the website, but certain individuals really want a little bit more guidance. And we found that to be particularly true within this 50 plus skilled demographic. And by skills, we're talking about not just professional skills, but it could be experience gained through a lifetime. It could be particular interests, and that they're looking for a little bit more guidance.
So how are they going to get this more guidance?
Personal consultation.
Personal
we actually
consultations.
interview the volunteers, and we find out what their interests are, what their passion is, and then we connect them with agencies.
And it's not just personal consultations with the volunteers.
Right.
We also, on the other side, do personal consultations with the agencies. And so we've been able to find out about their particular volunteer opportunities and also how they might use our volunteers in a unique way. So it's really the volunteer center
You're working
relationship.
with both ends of
With both ends,
the match.
exactly.
Absolutely.
So what kind of opportunities are there out there?
Well, that's the great thing about this program, is that every volunteer is different, and every volunteer is looking for something different.
Right.
And so we have a broad range of opportunities. So let's say somebody is interested in providing direct services. They want to work one-on-one with an individual. They might want to be a tutor or a mentor or a hospice volunteer. They might want to help an immigrant family that's just come here. That's very rewarding, but it's not for everybody. Some people come in and they say, well, I'd really rather work with an organization behind the scenes and help them run their day-to-day operations. And that could be anything from answering phones to running a program. And then there are other people that have specific professional skills that they do want to use. So maybe if you're a retired accountant, you might want to help somebody do the organization with their tax returns, or you could write a grant, or you could design a website.
So are the nonprofits looking? What are they looking for?
They're looking for all of these things, and so our program will accept any agency that is registered with the Volunteer Center that has an opportunity that might be attractive to people in this 50-plus demographic. And then when and the agencies are across the board as well. Different sizes, different structures, and obviously different causes. And that's another thing.
And different locations.
Different
too.
locations. So
Absolutely.
there might be somebody who only wants to work with an agency in downtown Rockville,
Right.
or in Bethesda, or in Silver Spring, or they have a passion for something. They want to work with in education or the environment, or they only want to work with animals. We try to take all of those things into account and find the right fit for them.
So it's challenging to make this match, though.
Right, absolutely.
That's what you're really working on to make it a different kind of approach.
Absolutely, absolutely. So the way the program works is if a volunteer is interested, then that particular individual emails us at 50 plus the letter 50 PLUS at Montgomery County MD.gov. And that's really what starts the entire process, trying to go slowly through that.
Right.
And then we send the interested party an application. And that application really provides us with background information about skills, about interests, about experience, so that we can start thinking. Then we schedule an interview with the prospective volunteer. And what we really have found, Austin, is it's at that interview where we ask some probing questions that in most cases really causes the volunteer to reflect upon not just what I can do, but what would I like to do, where would I like to do it, in what type of organization, how much time I would like to commit to the particular organization, and then we brainstorm ideas. So that match may not happen right at that meeting.
We're about out of time.
Okay.
What's the website?
The website is montgomeryserves.org, and the email address is 50plus at montgomerycountymd.gov.
Thanks so much for coming
Thanks
in.
for
and
having
good
us,
luck.
Austin.
Thank you, Austin.
Well, that's it for this month's Seniors Today. Don't forget that you can access a great deal of information about county services for seniors by going to the Montgomery County Senior website at montgomerycountymd.gov/seniors, or call the Senior Resource Line at 240-777-3000. As always, thank you for watching Seniors Today.
Planning to renovate your home? Want to live in it longer? Then you don't want to miss the 2018 Design for Life Showcase. This is the event to hear from building professionals who specialize in accessible and universal design. Plus, you'll learn how to benefit from the Montgomery County Design for Life property tax credit. The goal is to create more homes that welcome people of all ages and stages of life. This year's showcase is set for May 5th at the Silver Spring Civic Building. Find out more by visiting the Design for Life website.
Here's your chance to save money and help the environment. Bring your reusable bag when you shop and you'll save 5 cents for every store bag you don't need. Retailers in Montgomery County charge 5 cents for the plastic or paper bags they provide. Why? Because plastic bags are the biggest single source of stream and waterway litter, causing pollution and flooding. And every year, Montgomery County spends $3 million on cleanup. So do yourself and the environment a favor. Bring your reusable bag when you shop, you'll fight litter and keep the change.